Jack Ebling here with Lindsay Huddleston and Doug Warren. We are here at Lucas Oil Stadium. Another press pass preview of Big Ten Football Championship, number 9, and a familiar winner, the Ohio State Buckeyes, getting it done again. Really two different football games, Doug. The first half, Wisconsin, 21-7. No one saw that coming. And then the second half, Ohio State steamrolled them, 27 straight points.
Yeah, when Wisconsin started the game, they dominated up front. They had 190-plus rushing yards in the first half. Jonathan Taylor looked like the All-American that we all know he is. But the second half, the defense made some adjustments for the Buckeyes, and the offense got in gear, and it was a totally different ballgame.
What was the difference, Lindsay? We talked about during the first half, how would Ohio State respond when it finally got punched in the mouth? And we saw it responded like champions.
Coach Day responded to that exact question. He said he was worried about what his team would do when it happened. But in the second will, he said they imposed their will. So he knew what to expect. He kind of wanted this opportunity to come on this stage as opposed to a college playoff game, and they responded the way they needed to.
Two big stars. Justin Fields, 299 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, he had 148 yards on the ground. Tremendous, especially in the first half, but Ohio State tackled better in the second half. And once it got rolling, backed by that crowd, had to be 70-75% Buckeye.
Yeah, they talked about the electricity in the stadium, and though there was a lot of red or scarlet or whatever you may want to call it, or the Cardinal, but the Ohio State Buckeyes really showed their presence here tonight.
When you think about this game, Doug, 9 years, that means there have been 18 bursts in this game. Wisconsin's had 6, Ohio State has had 5, Michigan State 3. So those 3 schools have had 14 of the 18 opportunities in this game. And it looked like Ohio State and Wisconsin closer than it was in the regular season. But the two best teams in the league going at it.
Yeah, I mean, they showed up. I think that Ohio State probably was looking past this game at one point. I think the first half play showed that. But whatever speech was given and whatever those players, Chase Young and Justin Fields, said to each other, got them back on track.
Who impressed you, Doug? Who was it for Ohio State that turned it around?
Well, I think Justin Fields, he was a little shaky in the first half, played really well, down the stretch and made those big plays. But KJ Hill was just, again, during the game, he becomes Ohio State's all-time leading receiver, and as a guy who's just as clutch as there is, and he came up big in the second half.
You get one of the best catches you've seen in the back of the end zone, that one-hand grab.
That was awesome.
They get a fake punt, and Drew Chrisman throws a nice ball for a first down. So Ohio State did what it had to do, and now we've got the college football playoff, and pretty simple choices, I think, for the committee. It looks like either LSU or Ohio State will be number 1. Then Clemson will be number 3, and Oklahoma number 4.
Yeah.
And if it turns out that LSU should vault Ohio State in the playoff committee's opinion, then you wind up with a 2-3 matchup, Ohio State and Clemson. We have seen that before.
Yeah, we have, and I think that's probably what's going to happen because what LSU did earlier Saturday against the number 4 Georgia team, just dismantling them in the SEC title game, that to me says that they'll vault over Ohio State, and I think the committee is looking for an Ohio State LSU championship game.
Lindsay, the Big Ten has not scored a point in the college football playoff in 5 years. Last time it scored was in 2014 when Ohio State won it all. And to get into the playoff, just to get in, it had to beat Wisconsin 59-0 in the championship game. But I don't know that anything that happened that night was more impressive than this 27-0 run in the third and fourth quarters when some people were starting to say it was Wisconsin's night.
Yeah, some people being me, I lost a bet, guys. We'll talk about that later. I think we're talking about back to the future. Going back to 2014, Ohio State will score and probably score big in this college playoff. And you're looking at potentially the national champion.
Doug, what do you think? Looking ahead to these 4 teams, does one jump out to you?
I don't know that one jumps out. There's a slight edge I'd give over the other 4 teams to LSU. They've been the most consistent all year. They really haven't had a bad game, and Joe Burrow has just been playing incredible football and will likely be the Heisman Trophy winner.
And that's funny because if it comes down to LSU and Ohio State, the LSU quarterback and Heisman favorite is a former Buckeye.
Right.
Come back against his former school. So a lot of great storylines and great football tonight. Big Ten championship. If you get a chance to go, whether your team is in it or not. Very difficult to get tickets. Complete sellout tonight.
Yeah.
Michigan State's had the opportunity to be there 3 times. 7 programs have never been. And it looks like Ohio State has a reservation here just about every year. So if you're in the Big Ten East, good luck. Saddle up. For Lindsay Huddleston, he's going to be at the Michigan State-Rutgers game tomorrow night. And Doug Warren, he's going to be with us on Press Pass on Fox 47. Jack Ebling saying goodbye from Lucas Oil Stadium.